Hi everybody, it is fall again, if you can possibly imagine that. Edmonton, Alberta, Ward's Auctions, all that stuff stays the same. My name is Brad Ward, and it's a walkthrough video again for our October weekend auction. Those that are actually paying attention are going to realize that this is the first time ever it's been a 2-day sale. That was my idea, and it might have got a little out of hand. You're going to find a very, very full room as we walk through this sales room, both halves of the sales room. I think we're going to be at 800 lots by the time we're done. There's actually, I think, 720 or 30 in the computer now, and we're still a week away from the sale. We're going to try and sort of rein it in, and I say we, it's mostly me that sort of all of a sudden makes a couple of too many promises, and that's just the way it is. So call it 750 lots, 2 days. Both are going to be daytime, so it's going to be a little bit unusual for those that are, well, in every facet it's going to be slightly unusual because you've got the fact that it is a Sunday and Monday, while a Sunday is usually the daytime, Monday is usually the evening. So this is going to be different because it's going to be Sunday daytime and Monday daytime. It's also unusual because Thanksgiving is usually just the Monday daytime. So this time it's a Sunday daytime and a Monday daytime. We always used to promise that we'll get you out, oh, you had your turkey dinner or whatever it is on Sunday, and we'll get you, or if you're having it on Monday, we'll get you out on time on Monday. Well, now we demand your attention both days. So, I don't know, have turkey on Saturday. I don't care. It's all good. As you can see behind me that we've got modern, we've got vintage, we've got antique. Look at the gallery at wardsauctions.com. Those that are brand new to us, they're gonna. We're in Edmonton, Alberta, 11802 145th Street in Edmonton. The viewing for this sale, and I've got myself little notes here, is going to be Friday the 6th, and that's from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock in the evening. I really highly recommend that you come. For those that are in-house bidders, come, view properly, see what we have, kick all the tires, as it were, and then because on Sunday, boom, at 11 o'clock we start selling. We're going to sell up to lot number 350, and then 351 to 700 would be the lot number for Monday, and then, but there's going to be A lots and B lots inside there, so there's going to be more than that 700 number kind of thing. You can see, and these mannequins are fun. When I first walked into the home, this is going back several months, as soon as you walked into the house, there was a little parlor area set up, and it had the wheelchair that you're going to see, the antique wheelchair, with a lady in there in black dress with no legs. She's sitting in there, and I believe this other lady was lounging. There was a fireplace. You walked in, this very Victorian setting that was... It was so amazing. I wish I'd have been able to get back into the house and get promo photos, if you will. But by the time I got back there, she had already started, the consignor had already started packing stuff up and organizing. So the photos just weren't going to work out. But look at, in amongst the Victorian, brand new, I believe it was $1,700, $1,800 hanging ceiling fixture. This would be the kind you would hang in a vaulted doorway as you come in. You're going to see all sorts of things behind me as we're walking through. Watch the chairs behind you. But those little chairs actually that my cameraman Michael just tripped over are actually probably one of the cooler things in the sale. Child-sized bent wood or bent metal, ironwood, or whatever. What am I trying to say? Wrought iron. Ice cream parlor chairs. Like, how cool is that? Like, you just don't see them. The artwork is something that you're going to want to pay very, very close attention to in the sale. We're going to point out a few as I go by. Those that are used to watching the videos know that I tend to forget all the important stuff and just ramble on. Look at the 5-trumpet Pern in the middle here. There's clock sets. The one that I'm standing beside right now is actually a Mercury pendulum. You can see it swinging right now, honestly, with the matching garniture, proper matching garniture, as you can see, was swung moving when we set it up in there, and has not missed a beat since. So, like, really, really nice little clock sections, pieces. Some with garniture, some with not. Persian carpets. This is not all of them. I think there's about 14 or 15 hanging here. There's more to come. Not more to come. They're in the building. We just haven't had a chance to hang them up. We're a week away from the viewing day, which is early for us to get the video done. I'm happy about that, to be honest. It's allowing you to see what we have in the room. The Remington bronze in front of me, this is actually one of two that are in the sale. Very nice representation of the Remington bronze, probably from Sunglow. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but probably is what they are. These are actually from the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Company. These are promotional pieces that they had way back when. These are a vintage set. And you can see, of course, the images on the website. This happens to be lot number 554. They've obviously never been on display. The colors are so crisp. And of course, years ago, they didn't think about things like UV glass. It didn't even exist, really. So if it was on display, it was going to get sun faded unless it was either accidental or somebody was really, ahead of their time and protecting it from the sunlight. So to have a piece like that or a set like that, and it's the full set, that is so crisp is actually quite amazing. You're going to want to pay very close attention to the artwork we have in the sale. I'm not going to ramble on about all of them, but we do have a Cullen down here. We've got this. I want you to go online, look up lot number 627, look online, do the research, find out the artist, find out the size, find out what it is, look at the image, and then start looking online for what we have, because it is actually a fantastic piece. And I don't actually think that the consignor knows what they have on that one, so I think that's going to be a pleasant surprise for them. Also unusual, these are natural amber pieces that are carved. So this one here is a bear, as you can see. Let's look at the lot number. 195 Alpha, and that's natural amber carved into a bear. This one's carved into a skull. It is 394 is the lot number. There's an $800 price tag on it, so it must have been in somebody's store at some point. And that's a natural amber piece carved. Here's a soapstone is the next one. This is just a representation of what we have. And this particular soapstone, I'm just going to move that off. It's on a little peg there, just so that I don't accidentally drop it. But the igloo top goes on there, and you open it up to see what's going on. And there's some shenanigans going on in there, carving up something. The next one here, again, let me get rid of this out of my hand. This is a very unusual piece too. Very accidental, emptying out a very modest, unassuming home, very little in it to speak of as far as what we can sell and what we can't sell. And here is a pair or a set of walrus tusks. The measurement is actually on the website, but they're whatever, 18 inches or something like that, 15 inches. And one of them was wrapped in this newspaper, so I said, well, we got to keep that newspaper intact. Somewhere, I know young Stephen did take a photograph of the date of the newspaper, and it's 1960 something. I can't think of the date offhand. So we kept that newspaper intact. Inside, you've got more soapstones and some ivory bits and some Moorcroft, amber, etc. So some great pieces inside there. It's just an overall fantastic auction. Speaking of carvings, this has actually got 3 bird faces on it. There's one here, there's one down there, and then there's one there. It's 2 antlers, and really this guy's flying. This guy's an eagle in full flight, sort of a deal. Unusually, a piece of that quality, no signature on it. This one is signed, and again, you've got I don't know if a totem is the right word. I don't want to be disrespectful to anything, but there's the 2 antlers together, and you've got a whole representation of different animals and so on inside there. Very, very interesting pieces. A lot of this Bohemian crystal is brand spanking new. Look in the catalog as an example. Let me find 132 is this little set here, right out of a jewelry store, and we put the retail price in the catalog. So you're also going to find some watches that are brand spanking new that are from the same place, and you're going to see some retail prices that are a few $1,000s, and they're brand spanking new right out of the store. There's a sideboard here and a matching china cabinet. We'll get to the china cabinet. Rosewood, I'm going to assume, all beautifully inlaid. The detail is just amazing of the inlay, and there's scenes. Like this one here is a tree of life. There's birds. There's foliage. Other little areas where it's just foliage. I'm going to sneak on through here. All kinds of fun pieces. Another Remington bronze. A Jack Daniels, probably, I mean, it's not an antique by any means, but this Jack Daniels chess set, complete. You can see all the pieces are in there. They all fit inside. You open it up, so the pawns are actually bottles. And then, of course, Jack is the king because, of course he's the king. He's Jack. So, interesting piece there. There is some, I'm sure there's some verbiage on the website as far as the manufacturer and so on. I can't remember offhand. Modern upholstery. The piece you're only going to see the back of is actually a recliner. That's quality, Lazy Boy, I believe, brand. Don't quote me from the video, but look at 557 and you'll get an idea. I believe it's Lazy Boy. This piece in front of me, you've seen pictures on the website. This is actually petrified wood. This is one piece of carved petrified wood. So you have to have a look at that one. So on the website you look at it and you say, well, I don't know how big it is. Now you probably get a bit of a sense. It's the size of an end table on a piece of furniture. Draft screen over here. Fun little folk art piece here. I think he's my favorite. Or they're my favorite. I just sit and stare at that all day long. This is actually a Krug. This is a Krug brand name. I'm just rambling on. I could literally talk about everything in the sale this time. This is a stick stand or a umbrella stand or a combination. Good cast piece. Everything could be talked about. This is one telescope. There's another one that we passed way back when. I don't know if you're going to even remotely see these Paris scenes in the back near the window underneath those antique hanging lamps. Those are actual originals done with palette. From our distance, I'm not sure if the camera is going to really properly represent it. It looks like an etching from here. Those are actually original palette pieces. So you have to come. This is the benefit of being an in-house buyer versus an online buyer. And we love the online buyers for the most part, but the in-house people really get to soak up what we have to offer. There's implement wheels over there, Victorian furniture. We can't get in back there. It's just going to be awkward. This is a matching inlaid piece to the sideboard that we talked about earlier. Inside, you're going to see some Oriental clayworks and so on. This comes apart. So you've got top, middle, and bottom. So it's actually quite easy to get into your house. And look at the different levels. We have stuff on some of them, but not all of the different levels of stuff for glass shelving for displaying items. Mid-century modern down here. I don't believe they're signed, but what a fun little lot there that is. 2 matching corner chairs. Vintage. I don't know if I want to call them antique, but certainly vintage. The marble top bedroom suite. And look at the 3-piece again. Clock with garniture. Matching garniture in this sale. That's 2 or 3 that we have in the sale. It's absolutely wonderful. More artwork. You really... I should have Jane here going through the artwork because she has a better memory than I do. I forget as I'm walking through with the video. But there's some fantastic pieces. I know I've walked past pieces before. This one's done by Pilot. And again, the camera, it's good. Is it as good as standing back with the naked eye, looking at it? This is the favorite. This is just absolutely fantastic. A little guessing over here on this side. And it's smaller. You can fit it in. If you already have a wall full of stuff, you can fit that one in. This one here is a Alberta artist, Patty Ampleford. It's actually called Winter Wonderland. It's marked on the back of it. And again, you can see it's a little bit bigger piece. This one came out of a condo that I sold here in West Edmonton, and they just didn't have room for it in their new place, so that's why we ended up with that one. A Weber up here, more furniture, Victorian, whole cabinet full of Hummels in sorted lots, 4 and 5 and 6 and 4 and whatever. Some bigger ones, some earlier ones, etc. All as in group lots, as it were. This is a Sheraton style, or probably genuine Sheraton cabinet. This is a corner cabinet. A little bit of sterling in the sale. Considering how much stuff we have in the sale, there's not a lot of sterling overall, but what we do have is some really nice cute little pieces, and as you can see in here. And then some West Coast masks. These 2 that are on top of the cabinet are one lot. We have other ones in the sale. That's lot number 450 for those that are trying to do some quick checking on the website. Lot 450. And there's other ones, those are 2 together. There's other ones where there's one by itself because it's bigger or whatever. Again, those that are familiar with the room know that this area over here is for packing. We have so much stuff we're spilling everywhere, and we're not quite done. But there's a desk over there that's actually a faux partner's desk. This side we're looking at is actual drawers. The other side looks like drawers, but they're not drawers. And then the antique armchair that's not with it, not being sold with it, but displayed with it, although it needs a little bit of adjustment, is just a fantastic piece. And then there's, again, Victorian settees, there's barley twist chairs, there's some more mannequins and dolls and that sort of thing. There's a couple of different situations where we have these full enclosed cabinet sewing machines. I think we passed one and I forgot to point it out. Quarter cut oak, fully enclosed. They're kind of fun. They're just a little bit, I don't want to say better than the norm, but we don't see that many of them, so they're more interesting, I think. Jewelry, we're going to talk about jewelry. We have a lot of jewelry in this sale. It just became something that just happened. And you can see in here we got sterling silver, we've got some watches. These are in group lots. There's amber, and there's opal and so on. And again, have a look at your website. Everything's on there. Up on the top here, I'm not going to show inside here, but even inside the cabinet, there's a whack of jewelry lots. We have the top displayed with pieces. Look, we got 2, 4, 6, 8 gold coins there, and there's actually 2 more besides. Those are all in the one sale. 10 gold coins. One of them is actually set in, and it's non-intrusive, doesn't damage the gold coin. It's set in a bezel, and it's a $100 gold coin set in a bezel to hang as a pendant. So that's one of the 10. So if you don't want the bezel one, hey, we got 9 other ones. Don't you worry about that. I mentioned earlier about the jewelry store inventory with all the Bavarian crystal and so on. And that was just a small sample that was out in that display cabinet out there. There's a whole bunch back here in this room. There's also these watches. Concord, Lancaster, there's Rotary. I'm going to point out a couple of things. This one here has a price tag on it. $4,995. I think we can safely round that to $5,000. That is a Concord. It is lot number 274 Alpha. So you can have a research on that one there. Brand new inventory on this one. This one's fun. I'm going to see if I can display it without making a fool of myself and messing it up. This one's a Rotary brand, 602 Alpha. And you see it's black on this side with my bifocals, a second sweep on this side. You open it up, you turn it around, you close it. Now it's white, predominantly white anyhow, with a calendar on it. So just depending on your mood, this one has a retail of $950. That's just some of the ones from the retail store, not from the retail store, but also wonderful. Is this Omega Seamaster, lot 433. Have a look at the catalog on that one. Well described on that one on the Seamaster. There's a Rolex right here, a vintage Rolex, and I think we actually have, and don't get me wrong, this is only 5 or 6 of the some appraisals. There's a whack of appraisals. And there's actually jewelry in this sale we haven't even cataloged yet. There's more stuff that is expected to go into this sale. So we're not done yet by any means. There's the appraisal on this Rolex watch. It's $3,000 plus GST, it says. And that was done by Michael Murdoff, and right in West Edmonton Mall here. Very good appraiser. He works out of Gemoro Goldsmith, so don't be afraid to use him. We also use Paul Margolis. We use Carla Beck. So there's lots of good appraisals there. A whole pile of stuff here. This necklace up here, $2,700. Rolex we already discussed. This globe that is hanging from the tree here, $1,500. And again, we stand behind our appraisals. Sort of a serpent-looking gadget over here on the bangle. 540 is the lot number. $3,500. 550. Definitely take a look at this one. This is the thumbnail on our website. It is a 2.38 carat solitaire diamond, appraised at $50,000 by Paul Margolis here in Edmonton, reputable appraiser. Lot number 604 is down here. Modern piece, multiple diamonds, very attractive. $7,000 appraisal on that one. There's a pocket watch. We actually have several of them. One of them here happens to have an appraisal on it. That one there, 615. It's an Omega, and the appraisal is $2,500. That's just a few. You can see all the jewelry that's there, and more to come, and more underneath that. And I don't want to say, oh, it's all expensive stuff. No, that's not the case. There's some really good mean potatoes little pieces. I don't have the appraisal for this one necessarily. 18 karat ruby and sapphire, a lot number 519. I'm not sure if the camera will be able to show that, but you've got the emerald and diamonds on that way. You swap it over and flip your diamonds over. Now you've got diamonds and ruby. So depending on your mood, and it's going to be a bit more affordable. So it's not like, oh, everything's so expensive. That's not the case. It's not the case at all. Plus, it's an auction. It's all going to go to, the highest bidder. It's all here for you to buy. So, great looking stuff. Have a look at the website. Behind me over here, the first cabinet, there's crystal. There is Waterford crystal. There's Waterford decanter. There's more little jewelry in groupings that are sterling silver and that sort of thing. Costume that is in tray lots. Those that are used to us are tray lots. And then the next cabinet, you've got Royal Dalton figurines. You've got more of the crystal, enameled crystal. They're vases this big. Have a look at the website. There's Gerandals. There's Staffordshire watch holders. So you see a lot of the Staffordshire, nothing, just figures. But then there's also the Staffordshire wannabe watch holders where they don't cut out the watch holder part, and then they put a simulated clock on them. You've probably seen those. We've got two of them that are actual watch holders, so you can put your pocket watch in behind. You can see there's more artwork. There's tables full of stuff. There's a little drum set. There's a vintage the pinball machine. It works, finger quotes, but is it 100%? No, but it predominantly works, so you can get it sort of tuned up. Should be not a problem. It's called the Touchdown. It's got some cheerleaders on it. It doesn't get any better than that. There's a lot of horse bobbleheads here. I'm not going to pretend to remember what that all was about, but the point is it was somebody that collected horses, and actually that little horse painting is from that same consignment. I could go on about absolutely everything. In fact, topical, as if torn from today's headline, Playboy. My good buddy Hugh Hefner just recently passed away, and some of his artwork is in the sale. We got a tray lot. I'm not sure what the lot number is, but there's a little bit of everything in there. Cigar ads. Oh, OJ Dingo. He's got 3 legs. I'm not sure what that means exactly. But anyhow, there he is. And, can't show you that one on camera. It's a family show. So we've got that right in the sale. May he rest in peace. And I don't know what else I can tell you. wardsauctions.com is the website. This video, you're probably linking to it from that. It gets onto YouTube. It gets onto our Facebook. So find us on Facebook. Upcoming, we have still other sales, including a firearm sale on December 9th. It's just a great way to wrap up the year. This sale specifically, that's what we're talking about, is the viewing is on October 6th. That's a Friday from 4 o'clock till 8 o'clock. The sale is 2 daytime sales. Sunday on Thanksgiving Sunday. This is Canadian Thanksgiving. We had a bit of a mix-up with the Americans there yesterday. This is Canadian Thanksgiving, so that's October 8th is the Sunday, October 9th is the Monday. Both days starting at 11 o'clock, both days opening at 9 o'clock, or 10 o'clock, in the morning. And 100 to 350 the first day, 351 to 700 on the second day. There'll be A lots and B lots and stuff inside there. Give us a call. The office is 780-451-4549. My name is Brad. Don't be afraid to call. You got questions. Online bidding, by the time you're seeing this video, is already started, because literally that started an hour ago. And this video is going to be a few hours before it hits the website. So I'm not sure what else I can tell you right now. It's just a terrific looking sale, and really hope to see you, especially in the building on the Friday. Those that are online, God bless you, and we'll see you, you'll see us on Sunday.